following video contains partial nudity, sexual themes and overtones, vulgar and adult language, disturbing imagery, and just about anything you can deem as inappropriate. It is highly unsuitable for anyone under the age of 18, and viewer discretion is advised for all ages. You have been warned.
Hey there guys, it's ChaosMaelstrom time! Welcome back to more Monmusu Quest! In the last episode, we finally set off from our journey in Ilya's village. Unfortunately, Luca wasn't able to get baptized, but hey, at least we have the annoying hungry snake lady who only serves to bother us and tell us that we're an idiot all the time on our journey. Can we go back? Right, anyway. In this episode, we are going to continue on our journey to Ilyasburg, hopefully finding a way to defeat the Monster Lord. Slowly growing while we go, so let's continue. I won against another monster. Yes, that's right, we just defeated the Slug Girl. The first monster who I technically lost against on my first playthrough because of a beginner's trap. Like the slime, it was kind of slop. Oh god, I had something caught in my throat, excuse me. It's kind of sloppy, but a victory is victory. What a pathetic looking fight. Oh, Alice! Before I noticed, Alice had reappeared. Where did you run off to? You couldn't have been scared of that slug, right? I didn't run anywhere. I just don't want other monsters to see me. Is that so? She seems to have some circumstances of her own. Anyway, you made a huge mistake in your fight. Mistake? Even though the fight was pretty sloppy, I don't think I made any mistakes. You threw out all the salt for tonight's dinner! How are you going to season it effectively? I couldn't help it. I was desperate. Using up all our salt on a monster. Some hero you are. Oh, sorry. I mean imitation hero. That fight was pretty sloppy. I didn't have a good answer to shoot back. It's true I'm not baptized, and still going out on a journey. So in that sense, I am an imitation hero. If you were watching, you could have helped out. Don't be hasty. I'm not your companion or your ally. I'm just observing you. So if you become a monster's food, I'll just abandon you. I get it. I don't need your help anyway. I'm glad you understand. Just do what you can. Now, more importantly, it's almost time to set up camp. By the way, what are we having for dinner? Even if she isn't my companion or ally, she still expects to be fed. What a worthless person to travel with. Don't worry, Luca, you'll get something out of it, as we'll see here. I'm stuffed. Even without salt, you were still able to make something good. Bread and an omelet, with wild grass salad. I'm glad Alice gave an actual compliment for once. If only you were as good with your sword. Right after a compliment, of course, she would give me an insult. Where did you learn your technique? It's so horrible it pains me to watch. Horrible technique? I practiced every single day, and she calls it horrible? What are you saying, Alice? I've been training for more than 5 years. 5 years? I thought it was your first time. Just what were you wasting your time doing? I learned it from pilgrims who came to visit the temple. I mixed the different things into my own style. Even though there aren't as many pilgrims lately, there were a lot in the past. I let them stay at my place, and in turn, they would teach me how to use a sword. Crappy skills learned from crappy people... Shit, can I read that again? Crappy skills learned from crappy people will be crappy even if combined. Alright, I'll teach you a little. It's alright, you don't need to... Learning swordplay from monsters seems odd too. Is that discrimination? I want to coexist with monsters, but you don't want to train with me. No, that's not really what I was saying. It's true what she said. Could I be unconsciously discriminating against monsters? I can't have any bias in my mind. I also want to be even stronger. Alright, please teach me. Good. I'm not your ally, but it would be pretty boring if you got eaten quickly. I'll train you to fight against monsters. Please do. For a few hours before going to sleep, I practiced some with Alice. Right there, you need to use your feet as you swing. Don't use your arm strength when you swing your sword. Like this? Not bad. Using my feet like that, I don't need to rely so much on brute strength. Not too bad for someone small like me. Demon Decapitation was mastered. Demon Decapitation. This is the best technique for someone small like you. A small body is good for when you charge in and cut the enemy's neck. It's said that the Dark Elf Zack was able to cut off the heads of 100 humans using that move. I was hoping you could teach me a more hero-like technique. Beggars can't be choosers. That's true. But my image is a hero. Shut up. We're practicing it right now, whether you want to or not. Eh? Do you see the 2 yellow marks under your HP gauge? Those are your SP points. Oh yeah, did I mention this game loves to break the 4th wall? We get actually some pretty great 4th wall breaks as we go on. SP? Super points? You idiot. They're your skill points. You're sucky at fighting, so you only have 2. Once you use a skill, it will consume them. For now, try selecting skill. Alright? You'll see all the skills you currently know. Though, right now, you only know the one. Also, make sure you check the number after the skill's name. And now, give it a try. Okay, well... I don't think you could actually lose this fight, but I'm afraid to find out what would happen if I do this. I've mentally trained myself never to choose this option unless I want to view a defeat scene, because I have to do this game for an LP, I have to know what's coming after in case we lost, so I had to watch all of every single losing scene. Let me tell you, a lot of them are not pretty. Okay, let's just use a damn special move. Like this. Ha! Demon Decapitation! Luca jumps in and quickly swashes at Alice's neck. Miss. Alice takes no damage. Did you actually think you could hit me, idiot? Did you notice how the 2 yellow circles disappeared? You're right, they're gone. When you chose that skill, did you see the 2 at the end? That's how many SP the skill will take to use. Since you suck at fighting, you only have 2 at the moment. You already said that. Enough to use a single skill. So if I get better, I'll have more than 2 points eventually. Correct. If you level up, your maximum SP can increase too. Is that how it works? So once I get more SP, I can use more skills back to back. Once you get more techniques, the stronger moves will require more SP. In addition, whenever you select attack, you will regain 1 SP. This! Why can't other games do this? I have had so much trouble in, like, Square Enix RPGs where the only way to replenish your mana or anything is to use a mana potion or something. Why can't we have more systems like this where attacking normally will also replenish your MP? Or in this case, SP. Come on! Really? Is it too much to ask for that? Okay. Guard and other outcomes won't recharge your SP. Thank you. Only by attacking can you increase your fighting spirit. I see. When you start in combat, your SP will usually be at maximum. Sometimes you may get caught by surprise and not have any. In that case, you won't be able to use a skill right away. Also, it's important to remember, using a skill takes concentration. So if you're afflicted with a bad status or are bound, you won't be able to use a skill. Do you understand how to use skills now? I'm curious. I can just cut this out if this is bad. This does nothing. Go over it one more time, please. I thought even an idiot like you would have understood after hearing it once. I just stopped you from using edging. Okay. Well, to be fair, I mean, I should expect that. I got it! Alright, leaving skills behind, let's move on to guarding. When you guard, you put up your guard and sit there defending yourself like a turtle, right? That's right. And that's how an idiot defends himself. An expert would guard himself by combining both defense and evasion. Reducing damage is good, but avoiding it completely is better. Oh, I get it! That's why when you see an enemy using their strongest attack, make sure you guard. God, I wish I listened to this advice more carefully when I first played this game. That was how my first loss happened. Great, I said loss. That just made the friggin' meme pop into my head. There you go, Azra! Of course, what am I talking about? He's not gonna watch this. You won't only reduce damage, but have a chance at completely evading it. Many monsters give signals when they're going to use their most powerful attacks. You will usually have one turn before they unleash it, so use that time wisely to prepare to defend. I get it. This is useful stuff! When the enemy uses their strongest attack, guard. I'll remember that. Let's end tonight's training at that then. After learning many new things, the training ended. Alice, are you not going to use a sleeping bag? I don't want to be covered by something so restrictive. I'll just sleep here. Alice coils herself around a nearby tree. Is she really going to spend the night like that? Oh well, I guess she knows what she likes. I slip into my sleeping bag. By the way, idiot, where'd you get that ring? Alice asks while staring at the ring on my finger. My mother's keepsake. You can't eat this, Alice. Idiot! What the hell do you think goes on in my mind? It's just that you're always complaining about how hungry you are. Idiot. I feel something faint from that ring. Something faint? I don't know what you're talking about. This is my mother's keepsake. 10 years ago, she died of an illness. I see. I'm sorry to hear about that. Eh? Thanks. I was surprised to hear she said something nice. I thought she would call me weak for clinging on to something like that. What's with the surprised look on your face? We're the same as humans in that respect. We're both sad when a parent dies. Of course, that's right. How about your father? Is he still alive? No. He died before my mother did. Ah, I see. Your father went off to fight the Monster Lord and never came back. That's why you took up your father's wishes and trained to be a hero. Did I get it right? Sorry, but you're wrong. My father wasn't a hero at all. That guy died because of his own stupid mistakes. That's unusual. Someone whose head is filled with sugar and rainbows to say something like that. Enough about me. What about you? Why are you here? If she wanted to eat me, she would have done it. Someone strong like her, I wouldn't stand a chance. I don't see what she's after here. I'm the only daughter of the Fateburn family. I wanted to see the world, so I set out a few days ago. Really? Basically. Alice grins and starts laughing, as if she's hiding something. You couldn't possibly... You aren't inspecting the human cities in preparation for an invasion, are you? What an interesting idea. Look at this book. This forbidden book contains everything about the human world. Geography, environment, food, it has it all. The Traveling Guild's World Traveler Tour Guide. It's a book containing all the places to sightsee, including local delicacies and such. Adventurers, foodies, and sightseers all love this book. What the? This book is marked year 867! This book is 500 years old! Master, tell me how old that book is! Too late! Oh, I thought it looked a little old. A little old?! Half the towns and villagers listed in there don't even exist anymore! That's amazing! This is like a piece of history! I wonder how much you could sell this book for. I'm not selling it, you idiot! Too bad. If we sold that book, we wouldn't even have an issue with traveling expenses. Anyway, it's about time we go to sleep. I'm exhausted after today. Good night, Alice. Uh-huh. A lot happened today. I was so exhausted I instantly fell asleep. Let's just hope Alice doesn't have any tendencies to do certain things with people in the middle of the night. Whatever. Luca. Oh, brave Luca. I hear a voice calling me from somewhere. This is... Ilias? Luca, you aren't baptized and remain unblessed. However, never lose faith in yourself. Ilias. Just what do you mean? Luca, unblessed hero Luca, I'll always be watching you. Ilias! With a shout, I jump out of my sleeping bag. Was that just another dream? No, like yesterday, that wasn't just a normal dream. Does that mean Ilias hasn't abandoned me? Alright, I can do it! Ugh, what's with all this noise so early in the morning? Still coiled around the tree, Alice rubs her sleep-filled eyes. Whatever, make me something to eat. She doesn't think of anything but food, does she? Ah, that was tasty. I agree. Thus, we finished our breakfast of bread, salad, and fried eggs. We'll be short on ingredients until we make it to Iliasburg tonight. Once we get to a hotel, we can fill back up. Oh, great Ilias, please give me your blessing today as well. I mustn't forget my prayers after the breakfast. Today's another wonderful day, thanks to Ilias. Already saying stupid things so early in the day? I'm just giving my thanks to Ilias. One of Ilias's 5 commandments is to be dutiful in your prayers, especially for someone on a journey like me. I have to make sure I have her protection. 5 commandments? Ilias likes to force people to do stupid things, huh? And to do those stupid things so happily. Do you really like being her slave? She has another hate-filled expression on her face just like yesterday. It seems like she hates Ilias. Besides, doesn't Ilias hate monsters? Doesn't that go against what you believe in? Even if that's the case, she hit a sore spot with me. As much as Ilias loves humans, she despises monsters. One of the worst offenses you can commit is to have sexual relations with a monster. I'm sure she has a reason, though. Humans are weak, monsters are strong. Ilias might just be trying to correct that imbalance. Besides, what's with her prohibition on relations with monsters? Most monsters can't breed if they don't mate with humans. So for as many monsters as there are in the world, there are just as many humans who have broken that law. Ah! That's true. Did you just realize that now, idiot? Are there really that many people out there who've broken her commandments? Wait, wouldn't following that be effectively exterminating monsters by not allowing any offspring? Wouldn't that be an issue for you? If everyone follows that law, the world that you dream of will collapse. Do you still think it's something good? I'm sure Ilias has some sort of plan. Jeez, you can't think for yourself, huh? Must be convenient to blindly follow a god like that. You don't need to say it like that. Well, putting that aside, shall we head out? If we waste too much time, we won't make it to Iliasburg before nightfall. That would be troublesome. After packing up our camp, we headed off again. We start heading north at a good pace toward Iliasburg. At this rate, we should arrive just before evening. I've only been to Iliasburg once before, a few years ago. It's a huge city. That was the furthest I had ever been away from my village. Using a wagon, we weren't attacked by any monsters. The main street was filled with adventurers, merchants, and all sorts of people. Tons of different things in all the shops, too. I'm also looking forward to it. Looking forward to it? You are? That's surprising. I hope she isn't planning something bad. The famous Sutherland Inn at Iliasburg is also known for their happiness honey-filled Ama Ama Dango. Any gourmet would salivate at the thought of tasting it. Of course it would be food. And something from the 500-year-old tour guide, I'm sure. I don't know if the hotel is still there from 500 years ago. What are you saying? It's only been 500 years. I'm sure it's still there. I think humans and monsters can coexist. But it might be hard to get over this issue with time perception. Something strange is lying in the center of the road. What is this? I think it's a plant. But I need to take a closer look to make sure. Alice, what do you think this is? Huh? I turned around, but Alice wasn't there. Did she get lost? But she was just there a moment ago. Whatever, she's strong. She'll be fine even if she's lost. More importantly, what is this thing? Should I pull it out? Should I tug on it and see what it is? It might be something dangerous, though. It's not really blocking the road, so I could just go around it. Still, it's bugging me. So well, we have a choice here. We can either pull it out or ignore it. Those of you familiar with mythology and stuff, you might have already figured out what this is. This is actually a Mandragora, an optional battle. Of course, since it's optional, I am not going to fight it. You guys want to see what she looks like? Buy the game, buy the game, buy the game! Of course, don't worry, there will be a bonus video after the first part of this game is done. By the way, this game is in 3 parts, by the way. But yeah, after the first part is done, I'll have an intermission bonus video with all the optional fights that I'm probably going to skip in part 1. So, we're just going to ignore it. I'll just ignore it. I get a bad feeling from it. It's not blocking the road or anything. I'll just walk by it. Turning my back on the thing in the road, I keep heading towards Iliasburg. You ignored it? That was smart. Alice, where'd you head off to? If there's even a chance of combat, I'm going to hide. I told you before that I'm not going to help you, didn't I? So that thing before was a monster? As long as you don't bother it, it's harmless. Or are you just some barbarian who will run up and attack something that doesn't mean you any harm? I wouldn't do that. I'll only fight something that gets in my way if I have to. Wanting man and monster to live together peacefully, I don't want to fight needless battles. Unless it's a monster that's going to attack travelers, there's no reason for me to fight them. Besides, that monster was something you likely couldn't defeat. You probably would have just been made into food. Was that thing really so powerful? It's not strong, it just has an annoying ability. There sure are lots of different kinds of monsters, aren't there? I was still able to learn something even without fighting. We've almost reached Iliasburg, just a little bit further to the north. As the sun goes down, Iliasburg appears before us. I can see the city from here, but I can't just go into the city like this, because of her. Alice, are you able to disguise yourself as a human? On this continent, the hatred against monsters is very strong. I'm sure Iliasburg is no exception. If Alice goes inside looking like that, I'm sure there will be trouble. Taking the form of a human is unpleasant. Why should I have to pretend to be a human? If you can't enter the city, how are you going to eat your ama dango? Crap. Guess that's true. Fine. How does this look? Ah, that's good. If she looks like that, I'm sure we can just pass through as normal travelers. Thus, we entered the city. Yeah, normal travelers. Because this certainly looks like a normal person that you could see anywhere, right? What am I talking about? Lots of people have cosplayed Alice like this. Don't ask me how I know that. I was actually curious to see if people have cosplayed characters from this game, and big surprise, they actually have. What the? Why does the city look so strange? Unlike the last time when I was here, the city is completely devoid of people. No merchants, no travelers, nothing. It seems like everyone is barricaded in their homes with a tense feeling filling the air. What's going on? I start to run down the city's main street until I reach the city plaza. Noticing some sort of commotion in the plaza, I jump behind a tree on the side of the road. That's... How boring. Is there not a single strong person in this entire city? Standing in the city plaza was a monster swordswoman. Damn it! She's so strong! So strong! Ugh. 3 soldiers were fighting her. Around them are dozens of strong-looking soldiers, collapsed on the ground. Did she beat them by herself? You 3. Are you going to fight or not? Ugh. With the situation as it is, it seems incredibly unlikely that those 3 soldiers have any chance of winning. That monster. She couldn't be the dragon swordswoman who wields a giant sword. Even I have heard rumors about her. One of the 4 heavenly knights, Granbaria, with a sword arm that no human can match. Able to stand up against an entire army by herself, killing thousands of soldiers. Such an insanely strong monster is attacking Iliasburg? By herself, too. Alice? What should we do? Just like she said before, it appears as though she has run away. She always acts like she's incredibly strong. Is it possible that she's actually pretty weak? Such a powerful boss in the first city. Should there be something a little more mid-bossy? Why do bad things have to keep happening one after another on my journey? Only you 3 are left. Are you just going to watch while I take control of this city? Or is one of you going to be a hero and try to face me? Well, hurry up and decide! Damn you! I won't let a monster like you do whatever you want! 2 of the remaining soldiers face Granbaria. The 3rd soldier is cowering in the back, unable to move. That's the spirit. But even if you have the spirit, it's meaningless! Flames surround Granbaria's sword, giving off a scorching heat. It's as if it's covered in the fires of hell itself. Ah! I heard that the 4 heavenly knights each correspond to a specific element. Water, earth, wind. And it seems as though Granbaria is fire. Take this! Not backing down from the heat, the soldier steps forward bravely and swings at Granbaria. But Granbaria vanishes. Ah! In the next instant, the soldier faints. And behind him stood Granbaria. What was that? Faster than I could see, she gives a blow to the soldier, knocking him out instantly. Damn you! The soldier tries to swing at Granbaria's back. Slow. Granbaria looks over her shoulder and swings her giant sword. Before the soldier could swing his sword, the heat wave from Granbaria's swing smashes into him. Ugh! Just the intense heat let off by her sword reached all the way over here where I was hiding. Ugh! Being so close to the heat, the soldier drops his sword and falls to the ground. Amazing. The difference in ability is huge. Those soldiers looked even stronger than me. But she crushed them as if they were just insects. Honestly, I was envious of her strength. Ah! Ugh! The soldiers she defeated still seem to be breathing. In fact, all the other soldiers lying around on the ground appear to be alive too. The difference in ability is huge. It's harder to beat someone without killing them than it is just to kill them. All that remains is one terrified soldier. Well then, what are you going to do? Ah! The soldier turns his back on Granbaria and starts to run away. Granbaria stood still without giving chase. That's a wise choice. But in the future, you can't call yourself a soldier or a hero. This isn't good. All the soldiers in the city seem to be lying on the ground already. I don't think there's anyone left who can protect the city. Is that it? Having your city taken over by a monster. There's no complaints? Granbaria's voice echoes through the entire city. However, everyone stays barricaded in their rooms. They must mean to surrender to her. What should I do? There's no way I can beat her. As a hero, I can't just... as someone aiming to be a hero, I can't just sit here and do nothing. If I don't do something here, I'll never be able to call myself a real hero. Well, we now have a choice. We either confront her, or we are a chicken. Well, most of these battles in this game, you cannot run from. So, obviously we're going to have to confront her. Case in point, there aren't many battles that you can actually lose in this game. Well, I mean, are forced to lose, but still. We gotta confront Granbaria to do something. Well then, I've taken control of this city. Next I'll... hold it! I summon my courage and step out from behind the tree. Naturally, I have no chance at winning. But I don't particularly want to be a martyr either. But if I run away now, I'll be nothing but a fake hero. What was that, boy? Granbaria turns her head to face me. Just from her stare, I feel a crushing sense of oppression fill me. Ugh. My body shakes. My heart throbs. My mouth dries up. I shouldn't have done that. I'd be lying if I said I didn't instantly regret calling out to her. Oh, you're carrying a sword? Then I'll treat you as a warrior, not as a boy. You have no problem with that, do you? Of course not. Even someone like me is a warrior. Forcing my arms to stop shaking, I hold up my sword. I understand. Well then, the Fire Swordswoman Granbaria will be your opponent. I freaking love this song! Ugh. Just standing in front of her causes my legs to turn into jelly. Now, give me your best shot. Alright. Well, we have to give it everything that we've got. We will hold nothing back. Also, don't use edging. Never use it. Just saying that now. Take this! Luca pulls back his sword and attacks with all his strength. Granbaria vanishes. The next moment, something hits my feet, knocking me on my back. Ah! Damn it! While trying to stand back up, Granbaria steps on my groin. You're too green. Ugh. Falling on my ass, I couldn't do nothing but stiffen my body when she stepped on me. You challenged me when adults were hiding in cowardice. I can respect that. You're young, so a mistake like that is to be expected. But there won't be a second time. I was saved there. After my relief fades, I start to feel angry again. How can I be relieved by being saved by my opponents? Being given pity by your opponent. Dying in battle would be better. It's not over yet. I pick myself up and face Granberry again. Are you going to ignore my advice? I won't overlook it again. Prepare yourself. Facing Granberry again. I'm attacked by the intense pressure from before. Challenging someone like this, my level is still way too low. Still, I can't run away at this point. If you insist. You won't regret this, will you, boy? There's no way I will! I can't give up at this point. I pick up my sword. I'll see this through to the end. I can't use a half-assed attack against her. That skill is my only chance. Right! To flail wildly! No! Do not use this! You will lose! And you will... Well, let's say she'll make handiwork of you. So, obviously, we gotta use our new skill, Demon Decapitation. Ah! I put my entire being behind the attack I learned from Alice. Jumping forward, I imagine the feeling of cutting through her neck. Bring the tip horizontal to her neck. Jumping forward with my foot. Slice through the neck. What? This technique? Luca uses Demon Decapitation. But Granberry dodges. No way! Even my best attack couldn't hit. Why do you know a monster's technique? Huh? Your swordplay is sloppy, and you're still immature. There's no way you thought that up by yourself! I want to know where you learned that move. Who taught it to you? I don't want to tell her about Alice. Not because I particularly care about her, but more for my own pride. But why should I tell someone like you? I think I already know who it is. In fact, I would like to have a match with that person. Is that person your master or something? That is... I won't say. Is that so? Then... Ugh! I held back my attack to make sure you didn't die. Well, are you going to talk now? Ugh. Nearing death, my body doesn't move at all. She's way too strong. Even with that, I won't say, is that so? I don't like using my sword on the weak. But... As Granberry raised her sword, how long are you going to keep being an idiot? Alice? You... Granberry's astonished face stares at Alice, petrified for a couple seconds. And then she slowly gets on one knee. What the hell is going on? That powerful swordswoman is kneeling before Alice? Granberry, what are you doing? Who ordered you to do such a thing? I decided by myself. To get rid of those annoying heroes, Go away, you annoyance, Alice declared flatly. Even giving someone like her such a rude command. But... If I leave now, even more heroes will show up. I told you to go away. If you go berserk like this, how am I going to eat the Ama Dango? If you want something like that, just let me take control of the city first. So, how can I sightsee with such an unsightly event like that going out, idiot? Having to say the same thing 3 times. Is that how you show your loyalty? I told you to go away. At once, if it is your will. Then, if you'll excuse me. By some sort of magic, Granberry vanishes and withdraws from the city plaza. Granberry was driven away, kind of, by Alice. I did it. I did it! Alright, well, that was a close call, but I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits for now, because we live to see another day. Wow. We managed to stand in combat against one of the 4 Heavenly Knights and live. So, next time on Monster Girl Quest, we'll explore Iliasburg and get Alice her well-deserved Ama Dango. See you guys next time. Laters!